Hashwaya kani uba SK Sun ulabu jingkli hatu lasha ni banti yaudoyong hakajela ni la ai ni ya ka mining list bat katnu kajela kadu nong nadu unaitung arhajar khat khandai hadian ba Supreme Court kelasha banti yaudoyong hamegalia habajubab ya kajingkli UMLA kamau plang nakaliang Menteri Rangba ulayathu bahadu menta empat yo satya banti yaudoyong hapo kajela namar kidon shibun kikendon bahab ban pendap katkum ka Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Act khat khandai spa san punyo bat ka Mineral Concession Rules khat khandai spa nrupau ukonrat uloong katkum ka jingkhen balai ulum haus nam arajar khatsan udon shikrur point life saw metric ton udoyong baladap klong bat hadian balapha jurep biang daga National Green Tribunal lalap ba ka jingdon udoyong kelahiar syaka khandai pesan lak metric ton ulai thu syuk bahadian baladon kajing dawa bandum biang ya kajing khen ka sarkar kelapen pana ha katai kapor badon life arlak metric ton udoyong ha kajela yau bala menjurru daga Supreme Court bansalan lilam no ha kaju kapor ukonrat ulapen tepru baya ka online e-auctioning lasdang ha kajela bat kumbasan teli kidipu nagi South Teli district kilalong ban lilam ni bansalan ya udoyong bat ke distrik ke belaya kajing salan mentah kadai tang East Janda Hills kat bah ya ki bagi distrik on sala ban sedang no action kajing lilam ha ka bai dai bat kajing yo bat ya kinong ti bat nong khayi doyong bi an Menteri Rangba ulai thu banadu usnam arhajar khat saw hadu arhajar khat pra kidon kemba arhajar teli ki kes bat ka sarkar ban penduk ya kajing le bi an kelapen trai kamru ya kendon kat kum ka MMDRI kabalong ban pinistom daga baset patok hadu san snem bat kakuna kabalong san lak tingkah
5,663.54 metric ton. But then again, sir, in a period of 4 months, the Commissioner Secretary Mining and Geology Department, in his additional affidavit dated 6/4/2019, stated that a technical committee constituted to perform the verification of the assessment made by the deputy commissioners of respective district stated that in their assessment, extracted coal stocks in about 4 districts is 715 metric tons. May I know from the Honorable Chief Minister if there is an increase of 23 lakh to 32 lakh within a period of 4 months, whether mining of coal was ongoing despite the NGT ban on coal mining?
Sir, a lot of information and data. I could not get all the information that the Honorable Member has been mentioning. And anyway, the primary question does stick to the mining licenses that have been given. But he has gone beyond the subject or the purview of the question in one sense. But nonetheless, the point here being that initially when the assessment was done during 2015, that time there was almost close to 1 lakh, sir, I don't have the exact numbers with me because it's a different question. But there was 1,30,000, 1.3 crore, 1.3 crore metric tons approximately was so 1.3 crores approximately was declared at that point in time in 2015. Post that, when the assessment was done by the committee that was set up by NGT of the state, they had assessed 95 lakhs. Now, when that happened, 95 lakh metric tons. When that happened, then after that, there was a demand, or in fact, when this 95 lakh metric tons was transported, then the coal miners themselves had approached government of Meghalaya and asked us to look into the assessment that was done or the declaration that was done earlier. Based on that, even the Supreme Court then later on asked us to assess all these aspects. When the assessment was done, based on Supreme Court's order, 32 lakh metric ton was declared, and this was further then approved by the Supreme Court itself, And that's the reason why today 32 lakh metric tons is being assessed, is being now in the process of being auctioned by the government of Meghalaya, sir.
Sir, my question was simple, sir. I'm going by the Supreme Court order only, which I have here with me. I'll just make it very simple. On 13/11/2018, the Commissioner Secretary, in his action taken report, stated that there were 23,25,663.54 metric ton of coal which are yet to be inventorized. And then after 4 months, that is on 6/4/2019, the same Commissioner Secretary stated that there is 32,56,715 metric tons of coal. My questions are, within the period of 4 months, from 23,25,663 has gone to 32,56,715. So my question was there ongoing coal mining within this 4-month period that raised the quantity of coal in stock from 23 lakh to 32 lakh? That was my question, sir.
So the basic point is, again, I'm repeating myself, that there was 1.35 crore metric tons that were initially declared. After that, the assessment was made for 95 lakh metric ton. So there was already a gap of about 40,000 which was declared but not assessed. When the initial point came in, when the Supreme Court asked for the assessments and assessment was being made, they were able to assess only 23 out of the 40 that was there. So therefore, once again, when the details and the applications came in and people applied to Government of Government of Meghalaya asking for assessment of that, so reassessment was done based on, again, Supreme Court's order, and that is when the 32 lakh metric ton came in. So it was already declared in 2015 itself, sir.
Sir, as per the Supreme Court order, coal extracted and lying in the open after 15th of May 2016 does not automatically vest the state of Meghalaya, and owner of the coal or the person who has mined the coal shall have the proprietary right in the mineral which shall not be lost, and therefore directed Coal India Limited to take over the coal and dispose of the same as per its normal method of disposal and proceeds. May I know from the Honorable Chief Minister, has this exercise been completed? If so, how much the state earned as part of royalty and MERP fund?
So I am presuming you're asking about the Coal India auction.
Yes.
Sir, the process for the Coal India auction for the 32 lakh metric ton, this was after the NGT had, Supreme Court, had directed the Government of India, Government of Meghalaya, to auction these coal that is there through the Coal India Limited. So just to give you a slight background so that we understand where we're coming from, that when Supreme Court had initially given this permission on 3rd of July, within 1 week's time, the government of Meghalaya and the Coal India had a detailed discussion on how to move forward. On 7th of September 2019, we submitted a plan along with the Coal India to the NGT on how we should move forward. But we did not get approval, and the NGT asked for changes to be made. Hence, we made modifications. And after the modifications were made, There was again a meeting with the NGT committee on the 14th of November, but no decision was taken on then. And then once again on 2nd of December 2019, where again no decision was made. There were a lot of deliberations, but as I said, no decision was taken. After that, the NGT committee chairman at that point in time resigned from his post, and a new person, a new chairman, was appointed on the 17th of January 2020. When this new chairman was appointed, on 14th of February 2020, the first meeting of this committee headed by the new chairman took place. And then finally, the plan was approved on the 12th of March 2020. After this plan was approved, there were certain changes within the Coal India also. The chairman retired and certain officials were changed. And then based on that, again, the Coal India reviewed the plan and again asked for changes to be made. So we again deliberated with Coal India after, in spite of changing and making changes and submitting to NGT committee and getting the clearance, again it had to be changed because Coal India desired it to be changed. We made the modifications and we submitted the report again to the NGT. And in the month of July, finally on the 27th of July, the order 2020, the order came out by the government, by the NGT committee to allow the government to transport the coal from the mines to the depot. At the same time, the plan was again further modified on the 27th of 2020 because the NGT committee required or made it mandatory for the government or its machinery to transport the coal from the mines to the depot. So we had to once again make changes in the entire procedure and make provisions for the transportation of the mines, coals from the mine to the depot, which had to be done by government, which government has never done before. And based on that, we came out with tender at a central level, for which we did not get any response. Further then, we had to go for a tender at the district level. And when that happened, the district level, we got some response from some transporters who were agreeable to transport the coals from the mines to the depot. So therefore, the new process now requires us to look at the Supreme Court, the NGT, and the NGT committee, all three. This also requires us to put a new depot in different locations. Apart from the transportation that has to be done by the government, we need to put up a new depot also. These new depots must have facilities of weighbridge, office buildings, security barracks, fencing, electricity, canal. Apart from that, we also then have to go for an online portal which has to be put up by Metal and Scrap Trading Corporation, MSTC. And then the people will further apply for the auctioning through the MSTC. Now this requires, as I said, the state and the CIL to have manpower in the depots once they created. The coal miners then have to go for testing of their coal for the gross calorific value of the coal. And then after that, after they get the report, they will submit the report to the DC. And then the DC will transport the coal to the depots. Then the coal has to be stocked in different grades and lots. And then they will be put on for online auctioning by the MSTC. Bidders will register online for the portal. Auction dates will be done 14 days post the issuance of the notice, and obviously the highest bidder will get the coal. Now, the reasons that I went through this entire process is it's important to understand that it is a very exhaustive process. One has to appreciate this has never been done before, and we have tried our very best to make sure that we come and be able to do this at the earliest. Now, having said that, sir, as of now, the online portal has been launched. As of now, the depots are ready, 5 of them in the 4 districts where the transportation has to take place. 5 depots are ready, 2 in East Jayantih Hills, 1 in West Khasi Hills, and 1 in South Garo Hills, and 1 in Southwest Khasi Hills. The transporters have already been engaged. CIL has deputed their manpower in all the depots, and transportation in one of the districts, at least East Gentry Hills, is going on as we speak, and the process for the other districts will also start very, very soon. So therefore, this is the process that is following, sir. So immediately right now, because of all these challenges we faced, we were not able to do the auctioning till now. I've explained all the reasons why, but we are now very close to it, and we have been able to comply to the needs and requirements of the NGT, the Supreme Court, and the NGT committee. And as I said, now the transportation from the mines to the depots, at least in one district, have started, and it will start in other districts also very soon.
Sir, my fifth and my last supplementary question, sir.
Honourable Member Basun, kindly make it brief in terms of this supplementary question because it's taking a lot of time.
Yeah, this is the last one, sir. May I know from the Honourable Chief Minister if state government has encountered any case of illegal transportation of coal? If so, how does the state deal with such cases?
Sir, again, it's a very exhaustive question, and I do request you to kindly give me the time to clarify, because this is the right forum to clarify all the points. Sir, the incidence of illegal mining in the state and transportation is a situation we are facing for a very, very long time. Let me be very clear about that, sir. In 2014, 203 cases were filed. In 2015, 541 cases. In 2016, 117 cases. In 2017, 274 cases. So it is something that we have been facing a lot. And just to tell you, sir, as of now, in these last, there's a lot of papers, so I just have to give me some time to go through this, sir. And since 2018, 400 cases have been filed against illegal mining or illegal transportation that's taking place. So we can see that almost 2,000 cases have been filed in the past 5 years regarding this entire situation. So what has the government done? So let me just again go through a few of the details, sir. Number one, sir, we have implemented the provisions of the MMDR Act, Section 21(4), in the entire process. Why this is important, so I have to explain this a bit. Before we invoked or put into the Section 21(4), the only provisions that were there was the CRPC Act. So under the CRPC Act, there would just be very minor provisions where there would be individuals that may just happen to be caught and small fines would be put in. But then when we invoked Section 21(4) of the MMDR Act, which was done when we took over the government, this will ensure that if anybody is caught in illegal mining or transportation, will be jailed for a period of 5 years maximum and will be fined 5 lakh rupees. Now, this provision was not invoked earlier, sir. So therefore, the provisions that were there was under CRPC Act, which was very minor. So there was not a lot of deterrent to doing illegal activity. But once the MMDR Act, Para 21(4) was invoked, it has really made things much more difficult. And as I said, there is imprisonment up to 5 years also. Number two, we have started joint patrolling teams from the Transport, Police and Mining Department in different locations. This is to ensure that there is a coordinated effort by the administration and by the government to make sure that there is no such activity that's taking place. Number 3, we have created a centralized helpline, number 1800-345-3846, where complaints can be given by individuals for any kind of illegal transportation or any kind of illegal mining activities if they find. Number 4, we have also put a cash reward of 5,000 rupees for anybody who gives us information.
Sir, point of order. It is election, yeah, it is question hour, sir.